Now that we understand that, let's go a little bit deeper and take a look at how interest rate cuts affect markets, because many times people believe that if you cut interest rates, markets have to go up. But history says that's not always the case. Take a look. Well, history doesn't exactly repeat itself, it does rhyme. And so let's take a look at the last 6 Federal Reserve Bank rate cutting cycles and what it did to the stock market, more specifically the S&P 500, which is a group of the 500 largest companies in the stock market. So we all remember 2020, the Federal Reserve Bank cut interest rates by 1.5%, and through 2020 we saw a wild stock market swing. But over the year, we saw the stock market rise by around 16%. Back in 2019, the Federal Reserve Bank was also cutting interest rates. If you remember, back in 2019, we were already in a supposedly strong economy, but the Federal Reserve Bank began cutting interest rates preeminently because they were worried about a potential economic slowdown ahead. So the Federal Reserve Bank cut interest rates by 0.75% in 2019, and the markets rose by 28% over the year. Then let's go back to 2008, the Great Recession. And during that time, the Federal Reserve Bank cut interest rates by 4.75%, and markets still fell by over 38%. Let's go back to 2007. This is when there was worries about the economy. In 2007, the stock market also broke a new record high, but the Federal Reserve Bank was cutting interest rates out of worries of our economy. They cut interest rates by 1% and the stock market rose by 3.5%. Let's go back to 2003. In 2003, the Fed cut interest rates by 0.75%. Markets rose by 26%. And then we go back to 2001. The Fed cut interest rates by, again, 4.75%. This was the dot-com bubble, and markets fell by over 9%. So yes, you can cut interest rates and still see markets fall, or you can also see markets rise. There's a difference between the stock market and the economy. Yes, they are correlated, but they don't move linearly. The goal with cutting interest rates is to stimulate the economy, to spur spending, which can then have an impact on the stock market. But there is a distinction between the stock market and the economy. And this really brings us here.